it was the
Wow.
most, yeah, it was the most tremendous experience that I ever had been through in my life, and I just didn't know if you felt any of this kind of stuff or
Well, I remember feeling very supported. I remember when I was in high school and was going through a tough time, and I had a boyfriend break up with me, right? Like everybody does when you're in high school. And I went to all-girl Catholic school, and they had this beautiful chapel there. And I would go there because I always wanted to be close to God. I was raised Catholic. And I would kneel down in the chapel, and I always would feel a peace. And even any church I walk into. Just lately, I went over to a Catholic church in San Juan Capistrano, over here in Southern California. It's a beautiful little cathedral. And you walk in there, and you can feel the presence of God. I mean, it's palpable.
yes, yeah,
And I went to church, yeah.
that's the same. Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel that. Yes, yes. It's like when you walk into the church. For me, I'm Catholic as well, and I felt the Holy Spirit so strong.
Yes.
With nobody
I mean,
there.
church.
Just, yeah,
Right,
yes,
right.
yes.
Even when I went to Europe, right out of high school, and we went to Spain, and we went to cathedrals there. Huge cathedrals. Same thing. You walk into it, and you just can feel that peace and that presence of God. It's amazing. It truly is.
Now, you have some experiences with your daughter. Some experiences with, can we share those experiences?
Yes, well, she was younger, and I don't think it happens so much now. Now she's 26, but she was a teenager, and she would always tell, even before, even when she was a preteen, she would have out-of-body experiences. And so she has different in this area. She's never pursued it, and she would tell me, Mommy, last night I was in bed, and then I was outside of my body looking at myself down in the bed. And I said, oh, that's called an out-of-body experience. And she's like, okay. But then as she got a little bit older, she began to have more of haunting. So I remember one time in the home where we lived at the time, I was married at the time, my husband and I went out to dinner, and she called me in a panic, and she had been in her room, and her door was closed, and something was just rattling that door, trying to get in her room, and she was pretty terrified. She was pretty scared. And then another time, in that same period of time, she woke up in the middle of the night, went in the kitchen to get water, and our bedroom, was right there off the kitchen, and she heard the doorknob. You know how you can hear the doorknob rattling? And she thought I was coming, or my husband was coming out of the bedroom, and she waited, and she's like, Mom, and it was nothing but the door, and I'm asleep in the room, I didn't hear a thing, and the doorknob was just rattling. So she had a lot of these experiences, even in the apartment before I married, and we had an apartment, just the three of us, the two girls and myself, and if I was out, and she'd say, somebody was trying to come in the door, I heard footsteps. She would always have these experiences. And then she would also go to her boyfriend's house, which his parents' house, and she'd go over and had more than one time where she saw things. She saw shadows. She saw a man sitting on a bed. Constantly this child was seeing things. It was pretty amazing.
Now, that's something she's never forgotten, right?
Oh, absolutely not. She's never forgotten it. I was thinking after we spoke and we were talking about this, I remembered something. And she went to, I raised them as very young Christians because I left the Catholic church, and then my husband at the time and I became very young Christians, and that's how we raised our three kids. And they went to a retreat, the youth, how they go on a youth retreat. And after, I don't know what happened on that retreat, but they opened some kind of door, because it was after that retreat that all this started to happen to her. So something happened there. Something, like, I said, some veil was pierced or some door was opened so that she was now receiving this paranormal activity in her life.
Yes, it was a higher, I myself went through a few out-of-body experiences, many when I meditate, but one that was very strong. Can I share with you and the audience?
Absolutely. Yeah.
There was one time I was laying in the bathtub. I was relaxed, and I felt pain in my chest. I was having trouble breathing. I don't know what happened, but I was out all of a sudden, and I saw my my body laying in the bathtub, but I could not move. Okay, I was frozen. I saw myself a few feet above, laying down, and I realized that I could not get in touch with my family to tell them that I left. I got scared. I was still in a great deal of peace. It felt good, but I felt sad, but only because I felt like I left Earth without being able to tell my loved ones I was gone. And with that said, that taught me how a lot of people could feel when they get it, when they leave their bodies, when they're ready to go into the other world. That tells me that that when we can tell our loved ones how much we care is the time right now, and don't be afraid is what it says to me. You know what that means?
Right. Absolutely. I mean, don't wait. Let's do it now. I mean, now is the present.
Yes.
We have to live in the present. Absolutely, Richard.
It just scared the heck out of me because I realized I could have been gone, but I was brought back, and I felt my body, I felt my spirit go back into my body. I don't know how long I was out, but when I woke up, I felt very lightheaded. I felt like I traveled. I don't know how long I was gone, but it was divine. It was just a wonderful experience, but would not want to do it again soon.
Whoa, that's amazing, Richard. But you know what? It was a message to you, wasn't it? It
Yes.
was a call to action, actually.
Yes, very much. I thought you would understand that. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we were talking about your recent sleeping experience as well. Share that one.
Yeah, that was just pretty freaky. So this was, I no longer live there, and I'm very glad. I had a roommate situation. I had two other roommates, and I had my own bedroom. And one night, I woke up in the middle of the night, and actually it wasn't in the middle of the night. It was morning. It was light already. And I woke up, and I'm in that sleep paralysis. You know, you can't move. You can look around, you can move your eyes everywhere, but you can't move your body. So I see this dark shadow on the left side of my bed, and it moves to the bottom of my bed, across the bottom of my bed, and I'm watching all this just from the corner of my eye. All I can see is a dark shadow, and it comes towards the right side of my bed, gets in my bed. I felt the mattress move, and then next thing I know, this thing is on top of me and on my chest, and I feel like I'm choking, and so I can't move. I can't do anything. And then I'm like, ugh. And all of a sudden I wake up. It feels like you woke up and then it's gone. But I wake up choking. It's not like I wake up choking.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't touch my breath. And so as terrifying as that may seem, I was startled, I was scared, I looked, I didn't see anything. But for some reason, I kind of like growth in my spiritual path. And I decided that I wasn't going to become terrified of whatever this was. I don't believe it was a dream. I believe that it was for real. And I just said, well, I'm protected. I am safe. And I'm not going to, whatever this thing is, I'm not going to give it any power. And so I didn't think about it anymore. I didn't focus on it. The next night I went to sleep. After I went to sleep, I just pushed it out of my mind, slept great, and it never came back again. It has not come back again. Since then I'm out of that house, which I'm very glad.
So,
yeah.
You were able to drop that fear. How did you do that?
I think, like I said, it's because I have evolved in my spiritual path, and I feel extremely protected. We have angels. We have our own guardian angel. We have other angels. We have God. We have Jesus and Mary. Depending on what you believe, we have even our own family members who have gone before us. They protect us. And so rather than pull into the fear, you have two choices: to be consumed by the fear or to feel protected. And maybe it was just a lesson for me to step into that feeling of, I know I'm protected. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so, and I do have some holy water. I do sprinkle it around the house sometimes. And sometimes I use salt. and because I know that keeps negative energies away. And I did go to a spiritualist, and she, suggested some salts and some waters, and because I also had these recurring dreams where I didn't feel anything, I just would wake up. I felt like I took my last breath when I died. That's how I would feel, and I would wake up choking. And these happened every night. And so she said, just take some salt, put them in water under your bed. It's gonna absorb any negative energy. And I started doing that, and the dreams went away. It didn't come back anymore. So I know it wasn't dreams. I know it was something.
Yeah, I believe that. Yes.
Yeah. And she told me, she goes, oh, yeah, these are negative energies. And so, and it was a very negative place. I had a roommate who was extremely negative, hated me. There was a lot of negative energy going around in that place, so it was affecting me. But, for anybody who's listening, you don't have to give in to that fear. You can decide that we're fully and totally protected by angelic beings, by God, by everything in the universe that is good.
Yes.
And we need to focus on that.
It's all about free will, but easier said than done, huh?
Can be. It's easy, when we think about something over and over and over again, it's just going to begin to torment us, And my mom was one who lived in a lot of fear in her life, and I didn't want to be like her. And so, always someone's going to break in, always someone's going to, do something to me, and I refused to live like that. And I would hear knocks on my door, too, in the bedroom, and when I was sleeping, like somebody was knocking and things like that. And I just, like I said, you can make a choice not to let this stuff torment you.
Yeah.
And we have that choice, Richard.
Very much. But when people disbelieve this, and then they see it, and then you say to be, to get rid of that fear, it's always that side of us that we have to remain calm about these things. And it's not easy. That's the hard part for people.
Yes, it's not easy because the instinct is to feel that fear, and then once fear gets in, it kind of takes control of us. But if we can, it has to do with feeling that you are protected no matter what, with having just such a belief, such a knowing. It's even more than a belief, a knowing that we are protected. And I'm calling out. I called out to my angels, to protect me. I called out to God. And they're there. They're there for us.
Same here. I call on Michael the Archangel and Uriel, Raphael, and so forth. So for me, I've seen things like when I was little, I've experienced, like, to give you an idea, I was about maybe 17, 16 years old, and I was climbing to the top of a tree at the time. It was about 40 feet high, right, the tree?
Wow.
I got to the top of the tree. I sat there, and all of a sudden the branch broke. I fell, hitting each branch all the way to the bottom. Yes, all the way to the bottom. Not a scratch on me when I was laying in the avocado grove and in all these leaves. A little rainbow snake passed me. And generally I'm scared to death of snakes. But this was like a peaceful sign. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wow, Richard. That's quite a story.
I mean,
not a scratch?
Not a scratch. I was protected, I tell you, big time.
Wow.
Now, we have a few more minutes, about three more minutes, but you were going to talk about the antique desk about your grandmother.
Yes, I had a card that my daughter had given me, a birthday card, and I like to keep them out, where I can see them. So I had this beautiful antique desk, and I had placed the card. And then the next morning, the card did not fall. The card was facing the other direction, completely turned. And I thought, Of course, I lived alone at the time. There was nobody there. I thought it was interesting. So I had been talking to a spiritualist at the time, and I told her about the incident. She says, oh, that was your grandmother. I'm like, really? She goes, yeah, your grandmother on your mother's side. And what she's saying to you is that because at that time I was developing some of my gifts with the spiritualist. And she said,
Right.
what she's saying to you is she had also had those